guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. We're going to film a quick video for you today talking about eggs. What do you do with eggs from point A to point Z? Very simple. It's actually two topics that we're going to be discussing, and so I'm getting a lot of boxed messages and questions on both of these topics, so I thought I would just combine them in one video and make it easier for everybody. So we get a lot of eggs up here on the homestead. We have a lot of hens and we have some roosters as well. And we are managing a lot of eggs on a daily basis. So I like the fact that if you live on a homestead, there is practically no waste. In other words, you don't have anything that you're literally using only partial of and then throwing away. In terms of our eggs, we use our eggs through as far as the life of an egg, we use it the whole process, meaning we consume the eggs, or we sell the eggs, or we feed back the eggs, and then even when it comes to the egg shells, they have their purpose as well. So a lot of folks ask about that. Egg shells are completely an organic way for you to feed back calcium to your hens. You will find that if you get poultry, whether it be just 2 or 20 or 50, it doesn't matter, you're going to find out very quick that they will need a calcium supplement. Now, you can go buy calcium supplements in the form of oyster shells. You can go to your local co-op or Tractor Supply or whatever, and you can buy it in bags. I've done that. But now I've got a free and completely organic supplement as well. Organic also meaning it's coming straight off of my farm. So what I do is every time I use my eggs, I keep the shells. We keep all of them. If I'm not putting it back into my compost, if I know it's time to maybe start supplementing again, I let them build up. And when I get, so many, as you can see down here, I get a huge tray. I actually have 2 of these. I only brought over 1. I put them on some aluminum foil. Now these have been baked. As you can see, they were already in the shape of my pan, of one of my cookie sheets. And I put down aluminum foil. I turned on the oven on about 325. You'll get different opinions on that. Some folks will tell you 350 or 275, just a low heat. And you literally, the shells, I put them, spread them out, and I will bake them for about maybe 15 minutes or so. The goal is to bake in any of the excess yolk or whites or whatever. And then at that point, what I do is we grind them. Now, some people put them in a food processor or a blender. There's different ways. But, I like to give my kids hands-on chores to do. So what I do is I'll have the boys sit down one day and we use the mortar and pestle. And we just sit and grind them up. It's very simple, kind of a loud process. And, we just literally grind them up. It's like we've got our own little egg apothecary going on here. And, you'll get some on the table or whatever. And after a while, just a few minutes of grinding and moving them around or whatever, you will thin them out to a very, and I'm flipping them everywhere, you'll just start breaking them down. The whole process, once you get it going, this many eggs probably will take somebody maybe about 15 minutes. This much will probably give a good little bowl full. And what I do is I just pour it back into the feed. Some folks like to take their calcium supplements and make it a free choice deal on the side. That's very common with the oyster shells, which you can do that. But I literally just put it back in the feed. I like to make sure that, more than likely they're getting it. We have not had a whole lot of problems with soft shells. A lot of times when you have new layers, and the hen is trying to get established and laying, a lot of funny things can happen. So, but you do want to think about adding these back. This is a natural way to do that. Obviously, the more hens you have, or maybe you've got folks in your family. I always suggest that you ask folks in your family, maybe they can save their items, coffee grounds, egg shells, different things like that. Ways for you to not only feed back to your hens maybe, but also to add to your compost pile. Okay, so the next subject, so this is easy, right? I mean, this is simple. Simple, stupid. We like simple, stupid. The next subject that I'm going to get to real quick is talking about how do you keep your eggs. A lot of you folks have seen my videos, and I do it here in the old farmhouse kitchen. Real simple, and I'm getting a lot of questions of, am I seeing your eggs sitting on the counter? How do you keep your eggs? Well, I keep my eggs in 2 different ways, and I'm going to suggest these ways to you. You do not have to refrigerate your eggs. If you straight go and you bring your eggs in from the nesting boxes, And they are as beautiful and as clean as this. My girls do a good job. You know, you're not seeing what I would call basically like poop on the egg. Then that's a clean egg. Now, when the hen lays an egg, we've got all kinds of pretty colors here. A hen naturally lays on the egg what is called a cuticle. And a cuticle is a hen's, you know, God-given ability to protect her egg. It's a way to keep bacteria and whatnot from penetrating through the eggshell. Eggshell is quite porous, okay? It's not like this just, you know, hard barrier and nothing's getting in there. You know, she's going to do whatever she can physically to protect her baby, right? So there is a cuticle, a natural film on the egg. And so when you wash your eggs, if you wash them, and that's why they tell you to refrigerate them, if the eggs are washed, at that point, you then want to put them in the refrigerator. So that's what I'm going to suggest to you. You pick and choose what you're comfortable with. That's what I tell people. You do what you are comfortable with. I've had hens now going on 3 to 4 years, and this has been the process that we personally do. We do both, and we have never had a problem. It just depends on what you prefer. A lot of folks talk about when they go and buy eggs at the store, they want to preserve them and ask me about, can I put mineral oil on the, you know, rub mineral oil on it and save it for so many months? Yes, that is true. What you're doing is you're just replacing back what could be doing the job as far as what the cuticle did. So that's how you take care of your eggs. If you're not familiar with the floating test, I always tell folks, if you ever want to know exactly the age of your egg, you do it by the float test. You get a large bowl of water, you put the egg in there. If the egg lays flat at the bottom, or just maybe slightly turning, that egg is very fresh, probably less than a week to 10 days old, you're good to go. When it starts to turn up, or actually it may turn up that way, it's because the air pocket or the air sac in there is growing. And then finally, if they float up to the top, literally like a boat on the water, you don't want to use those eggs. I always try to keep a timeline on my eggs when I bring them in. I mark the days that I bring them in. They do not last long. Like I said, we go through our eggs very quickly with everything that we do. So we're very fortunate with that. So I hope this video helps you. Chickens are a lot of fun. There's a lot of details, though, and science behind it, but it's really good. So I hope this helps you. Feel free to contact me via inbox through Facebook, and be sure to check out all of our different videos on our YouTube channel and subscribe there. We appreciate you, and I hope this helps, and y'all have a good day.